Typical morning slowdown because the state decided to do this project, road widening of the 417 from the Curry Ford to the 408 stretch here. They did one piece, this piece, probably a year and a half ago, and then they decided to do the rest of it to the 408 about 14 months maybe ago. This project started to complete the third lane. It's been like this for well over a year now, this slowdown, well over a year. It's about a 3 to 5 minute slowdown every morning because of the right lane merge that's required because it ends. And you got the same people doing, the ones who know what the score is, they know that lane's going to end, but they'll ride it until the end and merge over. That's the reason why there's a slowdown. Ultimately, if everybody stayed in these two lanes, it would be slow, but it would continue to move. We wouldn't even have any complete stops. The complete stop is due to people needing to merge over. The people in the lane to the right of me have to probably let them in, and then maybe some of those individuals in the lane to the right of me are moving to the left lane. So it's causing both lanes to slow down and stop periodically. They should almost just close that lane off, the DOT, make it two lanes. You know, there's been many fender benders over the last year here. It's just another situation of the government and state not following through with what they need to do to make the public have a better experience. You know, we pay a toll for this road every day. You know, provide a little better service. There's always room for improvement. I contacted them about this via email, and the representative said, well, we felt it was better to do it in segments instead of causing a bigger problem if we did it all at once. Well, no. How much more of a problem would this have been? I don't see how that made any difference. Maybe it would have been backed up, longer distance back behind me. I don't know. Hard to say without it being done that way, but just... we didn't have any slowdowns when they did this first segment, though, which was interesting. So I don't know why, but also our volume is increasing here. More and more cars are coming to Florida. The state's exploding at the seams with growth. So who knows what's going to happen. But that's my little rant about this morning drive every day. Every friggin' day. So if the state DOT here's this is what your customers are saying. I'm sure it's not myself saying the same thing. So it's really ridiculous. And I know these construction guys are working as best they can to get it done, and that's true because they get a bonus. So they're working their tails off to get it done. And the weather luckily has been dry, even though we have this drought. The good news is construction projects like this continue to work. They don't get interrupted by the afternoon rain, which will probably be starting up here in the next 3 weeks or so, a month, the daily storms. But hopefully, not that we like the lightning and stuff that comes with it, but we need the rain desperately. But we'll see what happens here with this project. I'm hoping they have to build a wall up here near the 408 interchange, and that's probably in the new ramp. So that's why they're not opening this third lane. The third lane is already paved out. It's ready to go. It's just that there's stuff that may be in the way of it up here when they do the wall and the new ramp. So that could be the reason why they're not opening it yet. But I'm hoping they open it up any day now. But I don't know. You just don't know what they're thinking and what their plan is. But to the right here of this barrier, they already have the lanes paved out. They made this median here to my left a while ago. So the real estate is available for the third lane. It's definitely done, paved out. It's just up here is where it gets dicey where they're doing the ramp. We just don't know if that's probably the reason why it's not open yet, because they have nowhere to put the traffic. It's still bogged down over here in that lane. See, to the right here, they can't open the lane yet. So hopefully they get this stuff cleared up and they can still open the lane even before the ramps are complete. But if we have to wait for these ramps to be complete, and there's like an overpass here too, it looks like, or some kind of bridge ramp they're building, we're talking probably another year the way this looks right over here. So this is right to my right there. They're building a ramp there. So I don't know. If we have to wait for that to be done, we're going to be in for the long haul. I wish this traffic would pick up to resume to normal speed, because the whole time there, the speed limit never drops below 70. And we got individuals that are still thinking we're in a construction zone, and we got to start moving it. Amazing though, when you open up another lane, right? It starts moving much better. Imagine that. A lot of cars here this morning out here. It's different every day. It's just now the individual that I was going slow back there, she just decides to go much faster, you know, to my left. Now I wanted to get over. Great state of Florida, a lot of good things about it, but there's a lot of bad things. So if you're thinking about moving here, I'm not trying to deter you. It's a great state to retire. It's a lot of younger people coming here. Like I said, it's getting very crowded. Orlando Metro is getting crazy crowded, especially Seminole County, which I'm driving into soon here shortly. It's just Oviedo and all those areas exploding at the seams. They keep building subdivisions and this and that, and they don't have the road infrastructure in place. You know, and luckily I'm not a young buck as I used to be. I may sound like it, but once the day comes that I'm able to leave the Orlando Metro, the day will come, I will do it. It will be go to a more quieter area. Been here a long time though, and I've seen the changes. Kind of like, I have like a native attitude. I've been here over 25 years, and you kind of get that, you know, get out of my state, you know, even though that's not, everybody has a right to live wherever they want to live. I know that. It's just you get frustrated with the growth and the traffic, and, you know, all of a sudden you decide to come here. Well, where were you 25 years ago when I came? You know, you probably couldn't because you had a wife or spouse, husband that didn't want to come. You know, things change in your life. Now you can come. You know, your kids are grown. You can move to Florida now. And let's face it, a lot of people's goal is to move to Florida or Arizona or California, any place where there's a milder temperature in the winter months, or the Carolinas. You know, the Carolinas, I'm sure, are experiencing a similar growth. It's all the Yankees coming on down, like myself. But like I said, I came down as a young Yankee. I wasn't the retired Yankee. Usually this stretch of road here in Seminole,
you are on the fastest route.
You should reach your off there, but I'm just trying to get my time to work. Camaro is a little bit indecisive there. She's road hogging it. A little bit of a rush, I've noticed. Probably hitting 90 easily a couple times. A little dangerous. Watch what's going on up here. Now we're going to get somebody slowing us down. It's a given. These people that do barely the speed limit or under in the left lane are just absolutely insane. You don't slow people up in the morning rush by going under the speed limit. You do not. Where's the courtesy? And then you see many impatient drivers when there's only 2 lanes hitting to the right. Very dangerous move that guy just made in the Honda CR-V. Could have clipped somebody's front or back, and a few of the accidents that I've seen on the 417 toll road have been a lot of front end damage when I passed them, probably doing just that, or bumping someone. Like the CR-V, big rush right behind the red Camaro up there. This is what I'm pointing out with this channel, is the stuff I see every day. My rant back there was definitely about the road work and the state. That was one little rant, but now my rant is these people that are just absolutely idiotic. Look at this. Look at this. And that's part of the state. fault there. When they built this road, that ramp is ridiculous. It merges right into two lanes. That one lane, it wasn't designed for this many cars, let's face it. And it's causing the people that are merging on to barely squeeze into that right lane. And then whoever's in that right lane may have to merge into the left, where there's already probably cars in this lane. So it could be a very dangerous situation. And you could blame the Expressway Authority and the state of Florida yet again. Idiocracy at its best. Let's not talk about the corruption they had many years ago, where they had to fire or let a lot of people go because of the funds they were stealing. So that's another story, another day, another week of talk. But so a lot of the stuff that people do as individuals are because of what the state has done or the government. So you can't blame people for doing what they do sometimes. But today there happens to be a lot of northbound traffic. Sometimes there's people going to the Sanford Orlando Airport, tourists, you know. Sometimes you just don't know. On your drive and where you're going. Chime in if you're from another state and you do your morning commute like this, or drive 20 miles or so, even less. You know, give some comments on your drive and what you see. And maybe I haven't been out of the state long enough to realize, I'm sure it's like this in many states, just the way of the world today, of everybody being in a rush and it's about me, my personal space and whatnot on the roads. But the stuff I'm seeing, I guess we're seeing a lot of craziness all across the country and around the world, probably for that matter, just with people being not as courteous, let's say, and cutting people off. And I mean, there's been situations when there's been accidents in a slowdown and people will actually go in the median and turn around and go the other direction, which we all know is a no-no. That is so dangerous. This happened recently up in this section here a few weeks back, where a couple people were turning around. There's a paved area for official use only up here before the bridge, and they were turning around. That's a no-no. You don't turn around onto other oncoming traffic at that speed. It's so dangerous. It was right up here when people were turning around, but there's official use here on the left. Terrible. I mean, I almost felt like telling the guy out the window, pointing at him, "What are you doing?" You know, it's going to kill somebody. Oncoming traffic on the other side, they're going at 70, 80 miles an hour. You're just pulling out at a very low rate of speed. It's hard to judge the speed of those other individuals. It happens so quick. Alright, are we going to slow down now because people are looking at the scenery, or what? Everybody's the best driver, though, I know. Everybody claims to be the best driver out there, even if they've had several accidents and several tickets, I'm sure. driving record tells it all. Slowing down up here now. I don't know what the problem is. I really don't know. While we're doing 60 miles an hour and a 70, now I'm doing 58. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves, especially in the left lane. You know, my grandfather back in probably the 70s, he would even go 5 miles over the speed limit. Well, my dad, they always went over the speed limit in the left lane. It's just a courtesy thing. You don't go under the, you just don't do that. And this is a long time ago. Driving habits were somewhat different back then. You know, cars were not as fast back then. And, you know, today you don't feel like you're going a certain speed because of the way the cars, the noise dampening and different things that make the car more comfortable. You don't realize sometimes how fast you may be going. The road noise is improved in a lot of vehicles, but, you know, back then, you know, my grandfather used to go above the speed limit. Yeah, back then it was probably 55 on every highway, but he was probably doing 60, 65 even then. And this was a conservative individual. You know, he wasn't a wild man. So I still don't understand why today someone would go under the speed limit to the left, especially the day and age where people are driving faster more than slow. Yeah, today is not a horrible ride. I'm sure a lot of people would laugh at this ride to work, but it's all about what you're used to. And there's just a lot of stupidity yet again. I don't know what we're doing in the left lane.
You should reach your destination by 8:50.
I really don't know. We really got to pay attention to what's going on. Alright, we're going to hook a right laner here. Hopefully.
In a half mile,
Ride
take
off
exit
into the
49.
sunset. Or sunrise. We get to work on time. Left a couple minutes later this morning than I wanted to, but that's how it goes sometimes, you know. The morning sometimes not always as easy. Motivation. Alright, we're going to get a friendly red light here. This is another gripe. The right lane here is a right and a straight lane. A lot of individuals who are going straight will hog up the right lane and block everybody from turning right. And you have to wait for the duration of the red light. And you're pressed for time, which is your own fault. Yeah, I think this is going to be exactly what I'm talking about. This dude, he's not going right, so I got to wait for him now. So, that's the way it goes. I still could be okay. I'm still probably okay on time. It's just like to have the additional minute if I could, or 30 seconds. I think it's about ready to change green anyway, so not a big deal. But there are times when the line's backed up and there's an individual like that going straight, and he's not even going to benefit from being in that lane. He's not passing anybody. He could have stayed in the line to my left that was going straight. He's not in a big rush. Got to watch over here the U-turns on this left turn lane there. Some people make a U-turn to go into the convenience store. I've seen almost a couple of wrecks. Looks like there was a problem on I-4 this morning, so the traffic on this road here, East Lake Mary Boulevard in Sanford, is backed up. Not bad, but when you see that, it's because people took a detour off of I-4 westbound. They had some kind of car fire this morning, which caused a big delay. Yeah, there's a lot more volume on the left side. we go. Have a good day, everyone.